Good afternoon. I'm Deputy County Executive Richard Wishnie, and I'm here representing our county executive who is taking for the first time this year a well-deserved vacation. He's had a really very, very busy time, and we're all kind of excited for him. At this time, I'm going to be introducing our guest today for our weekly briefing. It's the mayor of the village of Rye Brook. His name is Jason Klein. The mayor has been involved in the politics in the community for a number of years. He was, before becoming mayor, served on the village board for some 9 years. He served his first term, beginning in 2022, and was recently re-elected for another term of this nonpartisan government. And at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Jason Klein. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you to the Deputy County Executive for introducing me. It's hard to believe that I've been involved in Rye Brook government that long. And that I've been involved that long. I mean, actually, my younger child, I don't think knows me not being involved in village government. So as the Deputy County Executive said, I'm Jason Klein. I'm the mayor of the village of Rye Brook. We're a community of about 10,000 residents. We have a very strong village government, and the staff that works in all of our departments is really great. We're very proud of all of them. I want to highlight a few things going on in the community currently. One is how proud we are of our how we're fiscally conservative. We try and do right by the taxpayers of the village of Rye Brook, and I would say since the inception of the tax cap, the New York State tax cap, we've only had 1 year where we've exceeded it, and that was due to the issuance of multiple bonds and a lot going on. We have a 0 fiscal stress score as based by New York State, and our audits come back year after year with no comments. So I would like to thank Chris Bradbury, our village administrator, and Trish Laprie, who is our treasurer, for all the work they do to keep it that way. We also want to thank the County of Westchester, because when we had 2 hotels closed down at the end of 2019 and into 2020, that was around the time that the county instituted the sales tax sharing with the villages and other municipalities. So we were very thankful to have that. It really helped us out and helped the village. In the past, when I've been on here, I've talked about flooding and the flooding issues and what the village of Rye Brook is doing to try and combat that. I'm proud to say that at this point, through the NRCS program, we've now purchased all of the homes that participated in that program, and we're in design for demolition of those. We had a slight pause in that while the federal government was in shutdown, but once it reopened, we got the approvals necessary, and so we're moving forward again with that. One of the more recent initiatives that we've undertaken in the village of Rye Brook that I wanted to highlight is we're actually using AI in our road maintenance currently. So through a program called Violytics, with a big thank you to our village engineer, Michael Nowak, we were able to drive the roads of the village, and it takes pictures as you go along. And the AI actually breaks the roads into 10-foot segments and rates the conditions of the road. It allows us to get a better sense of the roads themselves and to save money by being more productive in repairing the roads in a preventative, equitable, and systematic manner. It also identifies and rates conditions of things like potholes, signs, pavement markings, and allows us to create work orders that we can generate with the pictures and exact locations so that our crews can get out there and efficiently maintain our roads. We've tried a lot of different types of paving and really tried to stretch the dollar as much as we can. We have an annual budget of about $500,000 just for road paving. We're a fairly small community. I don't think that would go too far in a much larger community by area. Some other things happening in and around Rybrook. We've had some great public programs this fall. We had a pumpkin patch. We were selling the pumpkins. We had a lot of games. After Halloween, we actually had a pumpkin smash, which was a tremendous amount of fun, where the kids came in and got to either swing their pumpkin up against a tennis wall, or one of our crew was up in a man lift and we were dropping the pumpkins, which is a huge hit for the kids. They really enjoyed that. And just this past Friday, we had our Winter Fest in Pine Ridge Park. It was cold, but very well attended. We're also working with our neighboring communities. This time I'd like to highlight how we're working with the Portchester School District. So we're working with them on two separate items. One is a combined traffic study around both the middle school and the high school, looking at the flow of traffic as well as pedestrians around there to try and make it safer for everyone and also keep traffic moving. We also are working with the Portchester School District in that the Rybrook Police has school resource officers in the Portchester schools, because both Portchester Middle School and High School are located within the village of Rybrook. And so we're thankful to the Portchester School Board for working with us on both of these, but also working with us on the SROs. They really make a huge difference in a lot of the students' lives. And just to have that presence around and know that a police officer is someone to be trusted is really useful. On a final note, more on the governmental side, we currently have a housing moratorium in Rybrook that we recently instituted. Really, it's just a pause. We're trying to look at our larger properties that aren't currently developed or are vacant and study them to see what we can look at as far as zoning to make sure that it's appropriate to maintain a strong tax base. So we don't expect that to be more than 6 months. We've engaged the firms to conduct the study, and we look forward to the results. So as we head towards the end of 2025, we're certainly thankful to everyone who works for the Village of Rybrook and to the county, and we look forward to a very productive 2026 in the Village of Rybrook. So thank you for inviting me to talk about our village.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. That was an excellent report. And as a little surprise, the mayor will be back and wearing a different hat. He's our Director of Conservation and Parks for our nationally accredited and award-winning park system. So he'll be back in a little bit to tell us a little bit about what's happening this coming week at our park system. We also want to announce today that all of you should please try and save the date for the Westchester County Executive Ken Jenkins inauguration ceremony that will take place on Thursday, January 1st at 2 p.m. at Purchase College. Is that the right day? Thursday? Thank you. And up on the screen, you'll be able to find a way to RSVP to let us know that you might be attending the event. And along with Ken Jenkins being sworn in for a new term will be newly elected county officials, Westchester County Clerk Thomas Roach, Westchester County Legislator Jennifer Puja, and Westchester County Legislator Anant Nambiar. The event will be at the Performing Arts Center. Again, all are welcome. Please do RSVP. It's strongly encouraged. And try to do that by Monday, December 29th, to let us know that you might be attending. As always, the event will also be live streamed right here on this station. At this time, we also want to mention that there's going to be a public hearing on the proposed Beeline fare increases. Westchester County will host a public hearing on December 18th from 5:30 to 7:30 at the McKellion Office Building in White Plains to gather feedback on proposed fare adjustments for the Beeline bus system. The fare changes are scheduled to take effect on January 4th, 2026, to bring the county Beeline fares into compliance with the MTA's regional fare structure as the MTA transitions to a fully Omni system. Also, Westchester County is inviting residents to help shape the rollout of the Omni retail network by nominating local businesses where they would like to purchase or reload the Omni cards once the system launches for our Beeline riders in early 2026. The Omni rollout will introduce the same tap-to-pay system currently used in New York City. Riders will be able to tap their phone, credit card, or Omni card to pay fares, while the retail network will provide a familiar and accessible option for loading value and purchasing the Omni cards. This modernization is designed to streamline travel and provide Westchester riders with the same speed, flexibility, and simplicity enjoyed by millions of riders across the region. We want residents to tell us exactly where Omni card access will help them the most. Residents can nominate a business by completing the Omni retail nomination form, and you can see the link for that on the screen at this time. The form also provides information for store owners who may be interested in joining the Omni retail network. There is no cost for businesses to participate. Also, a reminder, for the first time in history, Westchester County's Beeline bus system will operate service on Christmas. On Thursday, December 25th, the Beeline will operate on a Sunday schedule for both fixed route and paratransit riders. And at this time, it's again a pleasure to bring back our Director of Conservation to tell us a little bit about what's happening in our park system, Jason Klein.
Thank you again. And yeah, I did the proverbial hat switch there. So we actually have a lot going on in the parks right now. So, on Thursday evening, but also ongoing throughout, going into December 31st, at Kensico Dam Plaza, we have Winter Wonderland, Westchester's Winter Wonderland. So this year's thrilling highlights include the beloved elves, Ned and Albert, glittering angels of peace, a 50-foot dove, dancing trees, glowing snowballs, candy cane lane, and a breathtaking 100-foot light tunnel. Families will marvel at a 125-foot pixel wall that illuminates scenes from the winter night sky and can use the AutoCast app to hear magical stories about the display along the route. So you can select your dates and times through December 31st. It's $35 per car to drive through. There was a little bit of a walkthrough at the beginning, and of course the Santa Run, which occurred earlier on. Also ongoing, including this Friday afternoon into evening, is the Holidays on the Hill train show at Lasden Public Gardens and Veterans Memorial. So you can discover an all-new Holidays on the Hill train show, stroll the 2,500 square foot exhibit set within the stunning Lasden Glass House Conservatory. There's multi-level tables this year and tracks that carry trains as they chug past whimsical settings, nostalgic scenes, and well-known characters, all with a fresh and innovative design that brings holiday cheer to life. And that goes through December 31st as well, with dates and times varying. It's $10 to $20 per person, and you can find all of these details on the different websites. Also on Sunday, December 14th, from 4:30 to 5:30 is a candlelight vigil with veterans on the Trail of Honor. So this is also at Lasden Public Gardens and Veterans Memorial in the Trail of Honor, which is accessible from the lower parking lot. And that's to honor all of Westchester's veterans at the annual candlelight vigil on the Trail of Honor, where 800 luminaria will be placed along the trail, and a ceremony will take place at the Vietnam Memorial. You can meet at the Trail of Honor entrance in the main parking lot, lower level. So thank you for inviting me back to talk about what's going on in the parks.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and we sincerely appreciate your help today. That's the end of our weekly report today. And at this time, this is Richard Wishnie, Deputy County Executive, thanking you for joining us